What the heck? I don't know if y'all can see there. This mower's not one to actually move on its own. I kind of have to push it, and I find that so unusual now. And I do have it tensioned about as tight as I can get it, and she just doesn't want to move. So I think could be two things. I don't think it's the cable, the actual drive cable, because I did check it. It's actually good. So the problem could be possibly the belt pulley, and even possibly the belt itself, on what's causing this thing to not really work that well while having it in thick grass like this St. Augustine grass. It'll work really well on the driveway. So we'll go underneath, we'll take a look at it and see what's wrong with it, and see if we can't diagnose it or not. Okay, so I have the blade adapter and the belt off of the Lawnboy 10606, and all the other stuff. There's the blade, and then all the plastic covers, and then all the hardware. They're just all sitting right there for now. I just didn't feel like filming myself just taking all this stuff apart. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, so I think I'm pretty determined that these two parts are the main culprit. I think especially the blade adapter right here. And there is a bit of concaving. I can definitely feel it with my finger. You can probably tell with this shiny spot. Yeah, they do tend to do that. This causes the belt to actually not be able to grip onto the pulley that well. So I think you can sort of see the little concaving right there. It's not completely straight. Yep, so I think that's my problem. Even though this belt is not really that bad, I'm going to actually just replace it anyway. So we'll get the new parts and we'll just go from there for now. So for now, that'll be it. Alright, so it's been about a week later. I now have the parts here. So I decided to actually go with aftermarket parts. Got these on eBay. They're both from Stens. So here's the part number for the belt. It would be 110-9429 from either Toro or Lawnboy, and the Stens part number is 265-044. That's what this is, the drive belt. And then here is the blade adapter. Actually, let me put these blade adapters so I can get a good look here. It's kind of hard to tell because here's the one that was on the mower originally. You can sort of see the little concaving here on the pulley. These are just totally straight. So yeah, it's the new one here, and the part number for it is 106-3987 from Toro, and then the part number from Stens is 400-320. Okay, so if there happens to be a spacer that was inside your old blade adapter, make sure you get this out and then insert the spacer back into your new blade adapter. I don't think it matters on which way this thing goes. I don't think there's no right or wrong way. Oops. I just dropped it. Let me get it. Alright, so now I've switched cameras because the Kodak ZI-8 camera, the battery was about to go dead. So now, back to this. So now we'll put the spacer inside the new blade adapter since we've already have taken it out of the old one. So we'll just drop that right in. Just kind of have to work that in there to get it all the way down in there. Alright, so that spacer is all the way down in there, and now we are ready to install the new blade adapter onto the crankshaft of the mower. Alright, so before we do get that blade adapter onto the crankshaft, I like to put a little bit of anti-seize on it. Okay, we just need that much, and then I got a towel here, and I'm going to just use it to rub that anti-seize all over the crankshaft. Just get a nice coat all around. Which therefore it'll just make it a lot easy to take it off again. Okay, so we got a good coating of anti-seize. Let's go ahead and get that new blade adapter on. And we kind of just turn it till we know that we're lined up with the keyway here. So I think we're just about there. But before we go any further, let's go and get our new belt. Go ahead and get that on. To go in a little bit further though. Alright, so it's in, so this is how we want it. So now it's all locked up in there. So now we just need to get the belt on from right here. So I've taken the belt back off again. So I thought it might actually be easier if we actually put the belt onto the pulley of the transmission first, and then there is a cover that we just need to bolt right back on. Okay, I don't think y'all are going to see this very well, but this piece here, it goes on like this. You just got to line up the holes. Yep, they go on just like that. And let me just get the 3 screws and we'll tighten that up. And here's what it looks like once after you have the belt on. There it is to the crankshaft, and then back over here. I can't really quite see that. There's a little lip right here, kind of prevents it from coming off. So now we just need to get our cable hooked up. It hooks up right here because there is a hole right there. Just got to try to find a good way to connect this. And I'll do that. I can't do it while holding the camera. Alright, so we'll put on the belt cover. It's going to go on like this. So we'll just make sure that it's all lined up on there, and then it is held on by 3 bolts, and you put those 3 3/8 bolts on the outside. Whoops. and there's a hole right here, another one right there, and then one right there. I kind of find that one of them is a little bit hard to try to get to on this particular model just because of the where the battery box is, because the battery box is right above there. Then also we also got to put this cover on as well. And it goes on just like this. And you just kind of have to line it up on the two holes on each side here. And it's held on by 5 3/8 bolts. So it all just goes on like this. And then we'll just put this all on. This is just how they all go on. I think I might actually just put this one on first before putting this on. So I'll get all these on and then we'll put the blade back on. Alright, so the plastic covers are on. So now let's get the blade on. So I'm going to install a new blade. So the part number, there it is right there. It is 133-8181 from Toro or Lawnboy. Oops, sorry about that. So what you want to do is get the center hole onto the center of the blade adapter, and then we'll take this just to line that, just line it all up. I don't quite got it in very good. There we go. And that is going to be a size, it's going to be a 5/8. Before I forget, I'll put my blade buster clamp on just to keep it on there. Okay, that's good. So 5/8. Okay, that's just snug. So now let me go back and I'll get my torque wrench and we'll torque it. Alright, so I got my torque wrench here. So this is a Husky. It's a 3/8 drive torque wrench. So I'll go ahead and get the 5/8 socket onto the torque wrench. And according to in the owner's manual, if you have either one of these Lawnboy mowers or a Toro, the recommended torque specs is 60 foot-pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and set my torque wrench to 60 foot-pounds. That's 20. Alright, so I got my torque wrench set to 60 foot-pounds. So now we'll tighten this thing up until the torque wrench will click. Okay, should be clicking here in a second. Okay, so we're almost there. There we go. So she's now properly torqued to 60 foot-pounds. Alright. So I'll get back at y'all for tomorrow, and we'll do some adjustments on the cable for the self-propelled to make sure if we need to do any adjustments or not. And then we'll see how this thing will work out. We'll do a little mow in the front yard, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright, so it is the next day. So I did do some pre-tensioning on the drive cable. It does seem to feel quite right, but the big test is to see on how it'll work. So let me start up the lawnmower. We'll see how it'll work. I'm going to try the electric start. I'm not sure how good the battery is. Yep, the battery's dead. I'll need to pull it here, so bear with me for a second. Alright, actually feels quite right. And as you can see here, I just power washed the patio. I did that yesterday. Looks really good. Alright, so now I'm going to take this out front and we'll see how it'll do. Alright, so this is where I left off from that other time. And if y'all remember, from right here, this thing did not want it to move on its own. So let's see what it does now. Oh yeah, so much better now. I wasn't doing any pushing at all. Oh yeah, that works a lot better now. I can tell a big difference now on how the self-propelled works. It works about as good as it did when I bought this mower 8 years ago. Yep, so that's actually good. So that's how you would replace the drive belt on one of these particular Lawnboy mowers. No matter what engine you would have, either the Briggs & Stratton engines or the Kohlers. So if any of y'all have ever had a little issue with the self-propelled and just try doing all this work that I did by replacing the drive belt and the blade adapter, which has the belt pulley that's built into it. And that should actually fix it. Alright, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and so thanks for watching.